Hi, it's Alaska Granny. As preppers, we know we need to have food and supplies. Well, one of the supplies you might want to make sure that you have plenty of are ways to keep critters out of your belongings. You want to prevent bugs, mice, roaches, ants. You want to keep critters from infiltrating your property. You also want to make sure that they don't contaminate your precious prepper pantry food stockpile. The first supply to think about are the big heavy-duty trash bags. Get the largest black plastic heavy-duty trash bags that you can, because it's very important to keep your area clean, to keep things picked up. Garbage and trash are one of the things that attracts unwanted critters into your property. So make sure you have big sturdy bags and that you clean up your area and take the trash away promptly. Especially during an SHTF situation. Did you ever see in New York City and garbage and trash just piled up on the streets? And of course it's drawing in all kinds of varmints that nobody wants around their home. So you want to keep things clean and you want to take that trash and dispose of it properly and keep it sealed up the best you can. You also want to consider where you are, because where I live in Alaska, one of my neighbors bagged up his trash properly, but then he set it out on the front porch and bears came around and dragged it all over the place. And then we had bears coming through our yard as well because we were an adjacent property. So you want to make sure that you're disposing of things carefully, you're keeping them safe, and you're not endangering others with your garbage. There are lots of natural remedies for combating ants and other critters, but one of the things I like to do is use a heavy-duty perimeter spray to try to set up a boundary to keep the critters out. I like to use chemicals on occasion, but not always, and if you don't, then don't use this. You can refer to my video about how to keep ants outside. Another tip is to seal up any entrances. Any little nook and cranny can allow critters to get into your property, into your home, your house, your shed, your building. You want to seal up any places that you can see that they could get in, and that's going to help keep them out. I did have one year, I had a problem though. I sprayed this around and I was trying to keep rabbits out, and the rabbits actually chewed it up and came on in anyway. So you may want to have also some sort of wire depending on what the critters are that you're trying to battle. A remedy that I did find that kept rabbits away was the little bottles of chest rub, and I would open these up and put them around on the patio, and the aroma helped repel the rabbits. Depending on the types of insects, you may want to stock up on some sprays, especially like wasp spray. If you have wasps and they make a nest, then you need to get rid of that, but you want to be extremely careful and only spray the nest in the dark. When they've gone all inside at twilight, that's the only time that it would really be safe to spray that big old wasp nest. If ants are a problem, try the ant bait. I particularly like the Taro liquid ant bait. You pop it open, the ants come, they carry it off, and in just a matter of hours even, you can see that they're gone. Sometimes it takes a few days, but if you just be patient, you can watch them race into the bait trap. They'll drag it all out, bring their friends back for more, and then all of a sudden you look, they're just gone. So I highly recommend those. If roaches are a problem, you can get some little powder that you can squirt into nooks and crannies. I like to use the little roach traps. It's just a sticky box and it has like sticky tape all the way around, and you just set it down and any bugs crawl in it, they get stuck, and that's the end of them. And I've had really good luck with these. It's also something, even if you don't have roaches, you might want to put some of these in your pantry, because then if you have any pantry bugs crawling around, they'll get caught in here, and then you can check it periodically and you'll have an idea right away if you have anything in there. So you always want to be checking your stored food to make sure that nothing is becoming infested. Something I have a lot of are rat and mouse traps. They are something that if you get them, you really need to battle them, because they will get in and chew and destroy everything. And so I have quite a supply. You can reuse them. Some people don't, but I do. Just clean them off. You unhook the one you caught, clean it off, and you can put it right back. And sometimes the same bait can be used for another one. I like to pick up some new ones occasionally. You can find them at just about any hardware store. You can look for the Victor traps. They come in several different kinds, and you can even pick them up sometimes at the Dollar Tree if you have one near you. I made a video on how to set the Dollar Tree traps, and they work very well too. Plus you get 4 in a pack. For now they're $1.25, I suppose, but they used to be only $1 for 4 of them. And the ones by Victor, a little heavier duty, and they are more expensive. If you find you're having some problems catching them, or that you're having a few problems setting the traps, I highly recommend the Tomcat snap traps. These have a hinge on them. You don't ever have to put your fingers in it. You can step on the back of it to set it. There's a trap door underneath where you add the bait. I've made a video about how to use these, and I've had lots of good luck with those as well. You can see the difference in size between a rat and a mouse trap, and so if you really have some big guns that you need to get rid of, go for the rat trap. You don't want a little critter to get stuck in this and then drag it off, so what you can do is you can drill a little hole and hook some fishing line to it and tie it to something, and then you will be able to pull it back in. Make sure that whatever is caught has died and it's not left to stink up a place that you don't want it to. Get a few things as simple as fly swatters. My little grandson is 3 and he'd never seen one before, and Alaska Granny was letting him use this and he didn't quite understand, and he was swatting the flies with the floury side, which of course was only giving them maybe a massage and it wasn't killing them. But once I showed him how to use it, he was having great success. There are also wasp traps that you can get. I don't have any here, but I've used them in the past. I'll put a link to a video about the wasp trap that I've used. It was very helpful and it worked very well, and I highly recommend it. So there are lots of solutions to protect your property, to protect your food and your supplies from any little critters. You want to keep them out of your house, and you want to make sure they're not getting infested into anything that you own. You want to protect your food storage and your buildings and your supplies. You don't want them chewing up your sleeping bags or the food that you have stored for emergencies. Let me know if there's a tip on what you have on how you protect your supplies from critters. And think of your prepping supplies also as your own little hardware store. You have your supplies, you can go out and shop through your stuff just like you can in your prepper pantry. So get a wide variety of supplies so that you really can make the best of every challenge and every situation that comes your way. If you enjoyed my video, I hope you'll share it with someone else you think might like it. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.